Hello, thank you for joining me today. We're going to discuss how to log into your Google accounts and create Google Forms. The instructions for the overall view are here now. Step 1, you will need to launch the web browser on your iPad or iPhone. Step 2 requires you to go to the Google page once you have launched your web browser. Step 3 requires you to log into your Google account by clicking the login command and entering your username and password as shown. Once you've entered your username, now you must enter a password. Once you've entered your password, press Next. Your Google account, the screen changes significantly. If we look to the left, there are 4 commands that we will need to locate. And we will need to use the More command to the left. The More command will take us to current applications used by Google. So locate that command. The More command, there will be a drop-down with a bevy of current Google applications. We will need to then select Even More at the very bottom of the list, as shown. The next step, once selecting the Even More command, is to go to the 7th section labeled Home and Office of the Google Command Apps, and you will locate the Forms application as shown. Once you have selected the Forms application, the Google application will launch in a new window, and you will see a form appear that is very similar to what you see on the screen now. There are several sections that we need to be concerned with. The first being the section directly underneath the untitled form. These are commands that are very similar to Word document commands and operate in much the same way. The next section would be the settings, form settings, and you can set them to your preference. After that will be your questions, and they have commands embedded within them as well. While in this section, or in this component of your Google form, pay attention to all aspects. Once you have completed all the required actions and included all the questions and the type of questions that you want to see on your form, you're just about ready to see what the form looks like. Now that we've completed the edit elements, we're ready to look at 3 further commands to improve our Google form. Now we are ready to either choose a theme, view responses, or view live form. Viewing responses at this point would be a tad bit redundant as we have not sent our form to gather any data. Guess what, guys? We're almost there. We have one task left to do, and that is to send the form. And once we send the form, it will launch the form in a new window. Now, note that once you send the form, this action will create a form with its own unique URL. And this is important because now you have a link that you can copy and paste and send with this live form. Once you have selected Send Form, Google will then ask you, how would you like to send the form? You can choose many options as shown in Figure 2, but for right now, we will simply click Done. This will create our finalized Google form as in number 3. And there you have it, Google success. You have logged in to your Google account using your mobile devices. You learned how to create a Google form on your mobile device. And finally, we learned how to set preferences and send our Google form. Well, I hope this has been helpful and that you have learned something from this experience. So, let's start Googling, everyone. Again, thank you.
was shaking from a storm in me, haunted by the specters that we had to see. Yeah,